So we were discussing this verse of Bhagavad Gita, which is discussed in many places, and also this is quoted very often, is interpreted in different ways. As other day we were discussing with some devotees that scriptures are interpreted differently by different scholars and monks and others. Nobody is wrong. Everybody is correct in their own way. If you keep on finding the difference between interpretations of the scriptures, you reach nowhere. That's why we want to discuss from spiritual perspective. For example, when the qualities of that person who has realized the truth eventually to imbibe part of that or one portion of that, 1% of that is the goal. It doesn't matter you know everything what is written in Bhagavad Gita, but it is more important if a very small fraction of Bhagavad Gita you can imbibe and practice in your life. None of us are here to become a scholar. If you are a scholar, good. But if you don't imbibe the qualities of the scripture, the purpose of scripture is not to make you scholar. You know, commonly we use the words which really means something different. But the usage, the way we use the word, we have brought it down to much lower level than the word actually means. There is a word which most of you understand, Pandit. Who is Pandit? Immediately when you say Pandit, what comes to your mind? A poor man, or a scholar, or a teacher, or a priest, that kind of. The word Pandit is very great. Panda iti atma vishaya buddhi. That buddhi, that intellect which helps you to realize God is called Panda. One who is having that intellect is called Pandita. For example, why I am giving this example is to understand the perspective. There is a simple 2-word sentence in our scriptures called Satyam Vada. What is the meaning? Speak truth. Who doesn't understand this? Everybody understands that speak truth. But who has understood it? One who doesn't speak anything else than truth. He or she has understood. Word meaning you understand. The primary sense you understand. But the real meaning of the word is, if you keep on telling lies, in which way you have understood the sentence, speak truth? This is the difference between a scholar will tell you what the meaning of speaking and what's the meaning of understanding and what's the meaning of the word truth and all that. That scholarship you keep aside, good. If you know also good, nothing wrong about it. But it doesn't help you unless you imbibe the quality in yourself. When these great people come, the saints and prophets and incarnations, what they do? In simple understanding. This understanding, this information that scriptures are meant for you to realize the truth, not for me to become a scholar and explain to you. If I am a scholar, if I can explain to you, very good, nothing wrong about it. But the purpose is not that. Purpose is for you to understand and realize. As I was telling the other day, when while reading Bhagavad Gita, you start feeling that Krishna is telling to me, not to Arjuna, then you have started understanding Bhagavad Gita. You are telling to her, what are you to do with that? But when you tell me, it has direct meaning. Every scriptures, so for that purpose. In most of the cases, a religious person, a scholar, if you are not seeker, if you don't seek truth, in Sri Ramakrishna says in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna all the time, the goal of life is to realize God. I'm not a scholar of all the religions, so I have no right to say that it is so. But I do not hear this idea from most of the people, from any religion, that what I am practicing is to realize the truth, is to realize God, is to realize my divinity. We have no right to say about other religions. Talk about Hinduism. Even the most ignorant, illiterate, one who has not read any scriptures, also once goes to temple, no Hindu ever prays to God for heaven. Yeah, for a transitory problems you can pray, oh God, no money, help me to get a job. That's your worries you can tell. But a devotee praying to God on a higher sense, when you are sincere, when you are contented in praying, no Hindu ever prays for heaven. You know or not, you pray for moksha, liberation, salvation, mukti, whether you know the meaning or not. Because the goal of any Hindu scripture is never attaining a holiday resort called heaven. No. This upliftment, to know the truth is the goal. And Hinduism believes that you keep coming to this world till you come to know the truth. The very purpose of our existence, you don't know that. You go a place, you enjoy, you suffer, you get rewarded, you get cheated. How long you want to go there? Till you become completely fed up with the place, enough is enough. Correct? That feeling, enough is enough, in a pure sense is called dispassion or vairagya. It is not renouncing something out of your inability to reach it. Now, because of media, people come to know about many good things. Earlier time, 30, 40, 50 years before, I remember we have a concept of youth convention. So all youngsters will come, all below 30 kind of group, boys and girls. And monks will be speaking. I have myself heard the questions when the young boys and girls will supply or they send questions to the Swami. Because we speak in the local languages, or Hindi or Tamil or Bengali or whatever. The boys used to send, the girls used to send a question. Can you please answer my question in English? Because they are sure the Swamis means failed in life, that's why they become monk. Couldn't achieve anything, that's why they become monk. No. It's not a question to prove our ability, not from that point of view. Sri Ramakrishna says, when you have everything. You have education, you have ability to earn money, physically, mentally, intellectually you are quite sound and healthy. You have loving parents with you, you have loving brothers, sisters with you. Still you feel that there is some dearth, there is something which is missing. And then you decide to lead a certain kind of life. It's not failure in worldly life so becomes a monk. No, it is not so. Those who do, go back, as Sri Ramakrishna's story says, one person left home, I want to become a monk. Why? Because couldn't get a job. So after 6 months, this is Sri Ramakrishna in a funny way says the story. After 6 months, the letter came. Don't worry about me, I am at such and such place, I got a job. They don't become monk. Renunciation is not weakness. Renunciation is certain understanding to fulfill some objective which is not possible to fulfill otherwise. Not that those who are householders cannot reach that goal, but it is very difficult. Very difficult means if you are committed, it's okay. If you are not committed, you have 100 excuses. No time, we have to do this, we have to do that. But if within remaining in the same world, people have led great life. So after the advent of Sri Ramakrishna, Swamiji and Mother, this monastic order was started. Many of you may not know, but the monks never ever did any social work in the history. It was Ramakrishna Mission who does that under the teachings of Swami Vivekananda and Sri Ramakrishna. When it was started, even the very Hindus rejected the idea and started telling that because Swami Vivekananda went to America, so he got some fancy new ideas to start an organization, band of monks. They are not even Hindus. Why they are not Hindus? Look at Swami Vivekananda. When he came in 1897, after Chicago Address and all that, after 4 years, who was with him? Mr. and Mrs. Xavier, J.J. Goodwin. So at that time, a monk sitting on the same table and taking tea with a white skin is not a Hindu. How he can be a Hindu? Even there was kind of rejection, except Swami Vivekananda, because he brought a good name to the country and philosophy and religion. But people didn't support in the beginning. Some of you may know that was the reason, first reason from this point of view, of course, that Swamiji started celebrating Durga Puja in Belur Math. So that these fellows understand that we are not outsiders. All the monks came from the same society, but still they are not ready to accept. How it is possible that they speak English? What monk has to do with English? How a monk can ever sit and talk with a white-skinned person? But slowly society understands. So, the purpose of the scripture is this: to understand not intellectually. After intellectual understanding, after the understanding the primary meaning of this shloka, then to put effort, edit yourself, correct yourself, upgrade yourself, and try to imbibe those qualities in you. That becomes spiritual life. The scholar life becomes spiritual life. A Pandit, scholarly life becomes spiritual life. A religious person becomes spiritual. Religious always no need to be spiritual. There are many religious people, they are nothing to do with spirituality. Recently there is a movement, you can Google it. I'm not telling whatever is there in Google is true or everything is in Google, I don't say that, but still, you Google it. Spiritual but not religious. There is a movement. Though the movement primarily came from the Western world, from followers of Christianity mainly, that we want to be spiritual, not religious. Many youngsters outside have this concept. This religion is at the root of all problems. Look what is happening in this country and that country. So I don't want religion. With that you renounce spirituality also. Other day I was talking to someone. Remove these three persons from the history. Remove Jesus Christ, remove Buddha, remove Krishna. Think that these three people were never part of the history. Believe me, all of us will be nothing but a little bit civilized than the animals. We all will be brutes. So that is spirituality. Religion you follow, rituals you want to follow, follow it. If you do not want to follow, that's fine. Understand the philosophy. To understand philosophy, you need little storytelling, which is called theology. But if you want to follow the philosophy, you need to do something. What you do? Sit and close your eyes. Do what? So the ritual started. I sit down and do Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. How long you want me to do? So every day morning go, put on Shivalinga, one bilva leaf, Ganges water, little milk, 108 times say Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. You feel happy. Rituals are concrete form of philosophy. Philosophy is an abstract form of ritual. Without understanding philosophy, rituals become mechanical. And without ritual, philosophy in the initial time level, people don't understand philosophy. There must be a way to practicalize the philosophy. If philosophy is not practical, if philosophy doesn't bring change in my life or the use of that philosophy. So rituals came into picture. More or less, rituals are there in every religion. You want to abandon religion? Rituals? Very good. It is like abolishing kindergartens from the society, removing primary schools from the education system. Rituals. Now you go to kindergarten, attend the class, see what the teacher is telling. Within one day you will say, waste of time. Why? Because you have outgrown that level of education. That's why you feel it is waste of time. For children, it is necessary to build up the career. So rituals are starting. As much you like, you follow. You go to most of the temples which are more ritualistic. In our temple, you don't find that much ritual. Others' temple, nothing good or bad. I am not comparing from that point of view. That is required. If you require that, you go there, do it. Whenever you go, Archana will be there, or breaking of coconut will be there, or Prasad will be there. That is correct. If you want to follow, that also is life. But must outgrow from there. You cannot start with kindergarten and whole life you spend in kindergarten as a student. You cannot. You have to go to primary, secondary and all that. So, these few slokas which we are discussing, especially the last sloka which is, I told, very much quoted everywhere. Ya Nisha Sarvabhutanam, that which is night for everybody. Tasyam Jagrati Sanyami, a self-controlled person is awakened when others are sleeping. Not in the pure simple sense that, oh, night the yogis will be meditating and people will be sleeping. That is one meaning. So Yanisha, that which is night. What is night? Night resembles darkness. Darkness means resembles ignorance. When you go to sleep, that is the tamasic state of your mind. That's why you sleep. In sattva you meditate. In rajas you remain active. Sleep is tamas. Body and mind becomes inactive. In deep sleep, mind and body are inactive. So, night is considered as darkness means where you cannot discriminate between what is good and what is not good. If it is complete dark here, you walk down the steps slowly so that you don't miss the step because you cannot see the step. Ignorance is always given this example or the simile, darkness. So when people are in darkness, people cannot discriminate because of ignorance. There this person remains awake. Awake means he or she is able to understand what is good for him, what is not good for him, which is harmful to, which is helpful to me, which is beneficial to me, which is a loss to me. So far as you are able to do this discrimination and selection, nobody selects anything which is harmful to us, correct? But we do it. When we do it out of ignorance. A person in the proper sense of mental or intellectual stability doesn't take any decision which is harmful. Knowingly you don't harm yourself. But when we do something which is harmful to us, it's out of ignorance. And that ignorance is considered as a night. So here the meaning is Nisha, Ratri. As I told, some Sanskrit should enter into your ears. Sarva padarthanam avivekakari tama svabhavatvat. Because of the nature of inertia, the inability to discriminate between good and bad is called night. Night is a state of mind where people are not able to judge, discriminate what is good for me, what is not good for me. Yasyam jagrati bhutani. But when people are awake, they don't sleep all the time. When they are awake, awake when? Awake in the day. And do what? That which is a day, that which is full of light, that which is sign of knowledge, sun rises. Every religion, every culture, rising sun is a symbol of knowledge. Nobody says rising sun is ignorance. Nobody says. So when sun rises, everything is bright. Hey, this is black, this is white, hey, this is low, this is high. So we move around in a way so that we don't get hurt. We do not get cheated. We do not get... So this state of mind where everything could be positive because of knowledge. But guess what happens? As soon as there is a light, not only your power of discrimination increases, but your desire also increases. That again subdues your power of discrimination. So says Krishna, Yasyam jagarti bhutani, where people are awake, awake and active out of desire. Sa nisha pashyato mune. Again, these people say, oh, that is night, even if it is day. Even if he is active, his activeness is more dangerous. So where to go? Ability to discriminate, ability to accept that which is useful to me, helpful to me, and progressing in life. In Upanishad there is a shloka that this capacity, or the options rather, Shreya and Preya, these two words are used in Upanishads. Every step of life it comes to you. And you decide what is Shreya, or helpful to you, good for you, which is Preya, which apparently is Priya, apparently is helpful, apparently is giving happiness to you. Eventually, no. So this option every time comes. Who selects the option? We select the option. Where to do, what to do, you are free to do. So you decide the steps in your life. You decide where you want to go. Options are available everywhere. Correct? Many times it comes to you, and many times you have to choose something which is also good or relatively good. For example, you think Sunday, I want to go to hear the Bhagavad Gita. I will go to mission, prayer, whatever. But there are 101 options open for you. You can go for a party, you can go for a dinner, you can go for a movie, you can go for this, that. So many things are there. Choice is yours. You choose it. So, one who is pashyatah mune, this sloka as I was telling, after 50 years, I got the correct meaning. One who is an observant mind. You understand the difference, all of you understand. Seeing and observing, seeing and watching. So one who is able to see clearly, this is the right thing for me to do. This is helpful me to do. Yes, I have to spend some energy, I have to spend some money, I have to walk, I have to do this. Little struggle is there. Still I am ready to do because I want that. In general, what happens? Where you get happiness? You get happiness where you have to spend minimum mental energy. When there is something to see, they announce how you know. Now, sit back and relax and watch the movie. Don't use your brain, just watch. That is possible only for entertainment. That's why those movies where only subject matter is such where you don't need to use the brain are successful movies. Why? Because people just watch, nothing to do. Just put some money and watch it. Now that also you don't do. Open YouTube and watch. So, that part which takes you down, in general, mostly, is of the lower interest, where you don't need a qualification to understand it. You give me a scientific movie, wow, I must understand science, no? But you give me some common entertainment movie, sit back and relax. Some fighting going on, some dancing going on. You don't need to put any brain. That is always that which is comfortable to your mind, which is downward. Do you spend any energy for the water to flow downward. Just put like this, and water will correctly, it will go down. Same amount of water, push it back. Let me see. Cannot. Mind is like water. Everybody's mind, my mind also same. To go down is very easy. There is a writer. He says, to establish the existence of God, so many scriptures are written. Lot of scholarship is required, lot of reading is required, meditation, japa, so many things you do. To little know what God is all about. But to be acquainted with this Saturn, to be acquainted with that which is embodiment of negativity, what you need is a little seclusion, that's all. You commit anything you want. You don't need to work hard to establish negativity in you. How easy to start? Maybe I will cough few times, but smoking, today I can start smoking if I'm not correct. But to leave smoking, ask people. Who made these laws? I do not know. That to progress you have to spend a lot of energy. To degrade yourself, you don't need to spend energy. Who made this law? I don't know. That's how the world is all about. Who made this law that if water, even if thrown from the 50th floor of the building, comes down within no time. But the same amount of water you have to take up, either you, with the help of pump, or you carry a bucket of water and climb the steps. So much energy is required, correct? Same thing with your mind. To progress means what? Even if your goal is not spiritual or God or anything, just to restrain yourself, energy is required. To pick up the speed of the vehicle, how much pressure you put on your accelerator? With the same speeding car, how much pressure you put on the brake to stop it? A lot of difference. Here, little, it goes. And to stop, you have to practically you push your back on the seat and push your leg on the brake. Who made this law in the nature? These are called the cosmic rules. Water will come down. Apples used to fall downward only. Newton saw why it came down, why it doesn't go up. So start thinking from scientific point of view. In the same way, we need to understand this. Apple comes down or up doesn't make difference in your life. In that sense, I am telling. But how your mind works, that's very important for us. So, eventually what we all want, this last two slokas of this chapter, you want peace. Any kind of peace you want. Instant peace you want, permanent peace you want. And for that you are ready to everything. This is one scripture which says that having no noise outside is not peace. Having no noise inside. Noise of what? Noise of desires. Generally, happiness you get are of two types. You get happy by coming in contact with something else. A person, a place, a thing, whatever. That gives you happiness or misery. That is one kind. One happiness is within you. Because of your attitude, because of your mind, because of your desire, doesn't allow you to be at peace. Nobody can help it. There is no medicine available. So how to get that peace? I remember I asked one Swamiji, I said, mind is not peaceful. What to do? So instead of giving answer, he told me, you will keep desires also and you want peace also. Doesn't go together. Less desires, more peace. More desires, less peace. What is peace of mind eventually? Complete. This is a very interesting thing to note. There are two people in us. One is what really I am, which only I know. And one thing is the person whom you know, me. The more these two people are identical, I am at peace. I know myself and I am putting forward in front of people what I am. Presenting myself as something. If these two people are different, how can I be at peace? My peace is, this is what I am. I remember when Swamiji was sent to one very tribal area, because there is in that whole state there was no hospital kind of setup. So mission went and started a hospital. Till in that state, in our hospital, all your ministers, everybody come to there only because there is no other big hospital. Now maybe private one or two have come. But for decades, Ramakrishna Mission Hospital is the only hospital there. So that Swami was posted there. So first day he went, all the people connected with the centers, he called, hello, this is what I am. This is how I speak. This is how I will look. My door is always open. He told me, few things I have not done in my life. I have never locked my room all my life. Because there is nothing to steal. Why to lock? And he said, I stayed there for 15, 20 years because people know me, that he is this. So the real you, who you are, whom you know, with your faults and goodness, if the same person is outside, then there is no contradiction in your behavior, not for the people, not objectively. People will not even know. That doesn't matter. Matter is this, I know what I am and what I am pretending to be is two different persons. One is here, one is here. How I can be at peace? Peace is not possible. Peace is this. So, Sri Krishna says in this shloka, less and less desires. Now you will say, should I not have any ambition in life? Yeah, you can have ambition. How long you can have ambition? Till you come to know that ambition doesn't mean anything. I remember one boy, young boy, unfortunately he passed away after leaving from here. He was a young boy. He did his master's in Singapore. Then he went to India, got IIT Bombay admission. So he was very proud. So we have a university in Calcutta near Belur Math. So he knew that Swami. So he went to the Swami and very proudly told, no Maharaj, Swamiji, you know I got admission in Bombay IIT. Oh, that's very good. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Then one brahmachari is a novice who comes to join the order. Wear white clothes and will have a tuft of hair or which will be shikha or Bengali tiki. Hey, can you give this gentleman a glass of water? Oh, okay, Swamiji, just come in, just come in. He went and brought a glass of water and served him. Okay, thank you very much. Masters from IIT Bombay, serving water to you. And in half an hour, he showed 5 or 6 novices coming to join the order to become a monk, all either from Kharagpur IIT or Bombay IIT or Kanpur IIT or somewhere. So he told to this young man, it's very good for you to take admission and study. But remember that all these fellows, one of them is a gold medalist. He did it. And you are, this is not I want. It's okay. Okay, Swamiji, file it. I want to lead a simple life. I saw one monk, very good looking, beautiful English, American accent he speaks. But I saw his pocket was a little torn and his vesti, dhoti was a little torn. So I asked, who is this? Oh, great man. What? He left he was architect in Chicago for 10 years. Left everything. One Swami, other day, chartered accountant, did his practices somewhere in wherever, Middle East. Decided to join the order. Went to their parents and told, this is my bank account, this is my money, this is my property, please take everything. I'm leaving everything and joining this order. So parents said, you keep your money, we have enough, we don't need. It's okay. He came to our headquarters and told, Swamiji, this is my bank account. I'm putting a check, all money, wherever you want to put, serve people, and I'm offering myself. Peace of mind is minimum desire, wherever we are. Ambition to live life, nothing wrong. But that cannot be everything of your life. Other day I was talking to one boy, other day means 5-6 years before. We have a friend, devotee here. His son got admission in medical. You must be a very bright student to get admission in a medical college in Singapore. So much pressure of study, etc., couldn't manage. And literally, till today, he is not in a good state of mind. He is not able to practice after graduating even 3-4 years before. After him, another boy, devotee's son, came to me and said, Swamiji, I got admission in Singapore Medical College. Hey, give me 5 minutes. He knows me. I know him from childhood, his childhood. I said, take life as a package. Don't take salary package. Don't think study package. Always consider life as a package. Even any aspect of your life becomes little lower or higher or whatever, your basic life should not be disturbed. Your peace of mind should not be disturbed. You should be able to eat, you should be able to sleep. According to your choice, according to your wish, according to your desire, study, work, live a life, no problem. But over and above, beyond your boundaries, that which can create unhappiness, that we need to know. If that is there, even if it is the same thing may be good today, not good tomorrow. Same thing which is good now, not after 5 minutes. I gave example earlier. You gave me a sweet, very nice, very happy to eat. Swamiji, take second, another piece. Oh, okay. I took second. Then you forced me the third one. What will be my reaction? Oh, I cannot take so much. And you forced me. I took third. You forced me the fourth one. Within 10 minutes, one piece of sweet which created happiness in the first instance creates anger in my mind towards you. Then happiness was in the sweet. If it was in the sweet, multiple sweets should give you multiple happiness. It doesn't happen. This is simple logic we discuss, and this applies to everything. Everything more than some limit, it is beyond a human being's capacity to be happy with any objective happiness. Light is very good. All of us agree. Because of light we are able to. Let this light increase. I can't see. Light is so good. Why more light is not good? No. Frequency. Sound is good. Let them increase the sound. You say, please reduce it. Why? Sound was good. More sound should be more good. No. Everything in the world is the same. We are born with certain frequency and limitations. Less than that, more than that, we cannot. Nothing enjoyment. The suffering starts with the same object. These things are simple things, but in the practical and in the rush of enjoying more, making more in life, there was a great philanthropist in America called John Rockefeller. Swami Vivekananda met him. But he's a philanthropist, but worldly man anyway. He came to Swamiji and said, this world is like an orange and I want to squeeze every drop out of it. This is the sentence Rockefeller told to Swamiji. Swamiji said, yes, I also accept that. But I am not in hurry to do it as you are in hurry to do it. I will make most of this world so that eventually I am happy. Eventually I am contented. Eventually I reach my goal. Squeezing orange was never the goal of my life. Goal of my life was to be happy. What's the meaning of that, to be happy, if my process of happiness makes me miserable? These are simple things, but complicated when I have to practice myself. Thoughts are very simple, nothing big deal about it. But when I have to practice myself, earlier one shloka we saw, as the strong wind takes the boat in water into different direction, in the same way, the strong wind of your desire takes your lifeboat in altogether a different direction than which you wanted to navigate. There is a Sanskrit stotra written by Swami Vivekananda. In that one line he says, Vahati vipulavata purva samskara rupaha. A storm is going on in everybody's life. Storm of purva samskara. Your past impressions, that is manifested as desires in your life. It is more terrible than an outside tornado even. Makes your life disturbed. So, having control on the senses, control on the mind and control on your desires have to be evaluated. Assessment is to be done. And one has to do assessment of oneself. If these things are there, which are in one word is introspection, just in a few different ways I am telling. Self-assessment is always required. Where I am. In Hindi जैसे कितने पानी में हूँ. How much you are in deep waters, be careful. So, self-assessment and self-introspection are the keys. There are two shlokas left practically of this topic which we are discussing. These two shlokas are meant for achieving that supreme peace which comes with complete harmony of ourself. When you go to deep sleep, nothing more peaceful experience you have in your life, correct? Until we achieve that state of samadhi, we do not know what is peace of mind. But we know, every day when we go to deep sleep, that is the thing which all of us are looking for. When you are so tired that you want to sleep, nothing in this world is attracting you. You just want to dive deep in the deep sleep. So, this achievement of this peace is the subject of those two slokas. We shall take later on. A small announcement. Next Sunday I will be away. So next Sunday we don't have class. So following Sunday we will start again. Thank you. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.